What is up, monsters? Monsters here, and welcome back to another video. Today, we're testing our inner detectives out in Case Files: The Death of Paulette Williams. So this is another kind of like interactive style game where we pretty much watch like a movie or like scenes play out of like live actors and everything like that. You kind of have to make your choices and stuff. This one looked really interesting because it's more of like a detective. Like I guess we watch the interrogations and we're supposed to pick like who we think did it or something, or I'm not entirely sure. Either way, I'm excited, so let's go. Alright, okay, so here's our case. So Fishman County.
Alright, the video feed should be up and running, so if you can see me and hear me, then everything is working exactly as it should. Now, I just want to take a quick moment just to go over the setup that you got there. I want to make sure everything's working properly, make sure you feel comfortable with everything before we get the suspects in, alright? Now, what you're looking at now, this is the real-time video feed, and you've got the controls right in front of you that you can use to toggle back and forth between the two different camera angles. Now, this whole system is all touchscreen, so all you gotta do is just touch whichever feed you want, and that's the one that's going to be displayed. So why don't you go ahead and take a quick sec and just toggle back and forth, make sure everything's working properly. All right. Now, as long as this video feed is running, it's also being recorded and saved. In fact, it's actually recording right now in case you want to revisit any of this information later. Now, as soon as the recording stops, that's when it becomes available for you on the playback monitor that you also have in there. Now, this is where I'm counting on you, okay? This is where I really need you to utilize that playback monitor and carefully analyze these suspects, all right? See if there's anything, and I mean anything, that you happen to catch that I'm going to miss while I'm in here, okay? That's where I'm counting on you. All right, now the video files that are going to be on that playback monitor you have full control over, but you got to be aware that those files will not be available to you until we're done with each session and the recording stops. All right? Okay. So that covers all the tech stuff. Now, the case, all right, let's do a quick recap on the case here. So Samantha Williams, age 31, found her mom, Paulette Williams, age 62, dead in her bed after being on in-home hospice care for about 2 months, okay? Nothing out of the ordinary there, seeing as though Paulette was diagnosed with stage 4 pancreatic cancer. Now, part of the hospice care was for Paulette to receive these 30 milligram Oxycontin pills. Now, the problem is that the medical examiner noted extremely high levels of Oxycontin in Paulette's system. Okay, these levels far exceed the 30 milligrams.
Kind of like a mercy
to top
kill.
It off, the hospice worker, a guy named Michael Schaefer, he noted that there were missing pills when he went to do his final count. All right, there was actually 5 missing pills of Oxycontin to be exact. Now, it's important to note that Samantha and her husband, a guy named Elliot Jordan, who's age 34, they're the sole caretakers, right? So they're the only ones that are able to administer Paulette's Oxycontin on a regular basis. Now, I did have a chance to talk with both of them about a week or so ago, and things just aren't adding up, okay? They just aren't. Now, fortunately, they are being very cooperative, okay, which is why they've agreed to come down here today and do this second interview with me. Now, since I spoke with them, I was able to subpoena some documents and some records to hopefully, shed light and just get a little insight as to what actually is going on here. And I actually did uncover a few things. I don't want to talk over him, though. So I learned that Samantha has a lot of debt. Overdose. All right, a pretty significant amount. Most of it's student loans, but it's pretty significant nonetheless. I learned that her mom, Paulette, has a life insurance policy for $250,000 that is payable to her only child, Samantha. And I learned that Samantha booked a one-way ticket to Costa Rica for July of later this year. All right, now, given all of that, I think it's safe to say that foul play is absolutely a possibility here. All right, now, obviously, I'm going to be the physical presence in the room, but I'm going to rely on you, all right, like a lot, okay, because you're going to be my eye in the sky, all right? You have a far better vantage point than I do, okay? So I'll field all the questions in here, but I'm absolutely going to follow your lead, all right? So I need you to use everything that you got in that room to your advantage, okay? Because we have one goal. That's it, right? Solve this case. That's our goal, all right? That's it. That's all I got. So I'm going to bring Samantha in here first, and we'll get the video feed back up and running in just a sec. All right?
Good internet is way more than that. All right. So it seems like they were laying it on pretty thick with the stuff that they have against like what would be Samantha. The only thing with that is I need to keep into account that this is a game.
Samantha, we are recording.
So it's kind of like
today
they
is
could be
Saturday,
trying
February
to
19th,
change it and kind of like do a twist.
Detective Martin Ruiz.
But in real life, if you have all of that evidence against you, you're done.
Samantha Williams. Samantha, I'm going to ask you to please spell your first and last name for me.
Samantha, Samantha. Williams, Williams.
Oh, let's make sure she's spelling that correctly.
And now I do need you to acknowledge that this statement is being
that's
video
correct.
and audio recorded, and that you do consent to that recording. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. I know we had a chance to go over your rights in the waiting room, but I do want to remind you that those rights do remain at all times today, okay? And also, you are by no means obligated to make this statement, right? You understand that?
Yeah, I do understand, yeah.
Okay. Now, the last thing is I know we spoke about a week or so ago, so I'm probably going to ask you some very similar questions. If I do, just please go ahead and answer those, but this time for the record, okay?
Okay.
All right. So, Samantha, let's just start with you telling me what happened.
Okay. So I see no tapping.
Wherever you like, just tell me whatever you think.
Okay, so there's no eye contact really.
There's not really that much to tell.
Okay, so there's no eye contact.
My mom was on hospice care for quite some time.
That could be something to kind of look at further is the lack of eye contact. I'm trying to see if I see any shaking of the feet or the legs or anything like that. See if there's any like playing with the hands, which her hands are pretty well covered.
It wasn't really a shock or anything. You know, we were expecting it, but we just didn't really know when it was going to happen.
And Samantha, you're a substitute teacher, right?
Yeah, that's correct. I'm working on my teaching credentials.
So I'm assuming that's the reason that you were up so early that morning?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I usually get up about 6.
About 6?
Likely story.
Well, I woke up. I was doing my morning routine. I took a shower. Went to get breakfast.
we see some hand movements.
I was gonna go give my mom her morning pill.
I'm not seeing any feet.
Okay, hold. So around what time was it that you were giving her this morning pill?
6:45.
At 6:45. Okay. And then
what time did she went to work?
Well, I went into
work on
Elliot, and we called the hospice nurse.
So see, this is where I'm lost. I don't understand. Why did you call the hospice nurse? Why didn't you guys call 911?
Well, that was our protocol. We'd gone over it quite a few times with our care team, and that was just what we were supposed to do.
Now, the care team, that's Michael Schaefer, right? He's the hospice nurse that's with that care team?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I called Michael, and he was there actually within about an hour.
She pays separately for cable TV and internet? Wouldn't you just get them all under one if you were the same provider? Come on. Now you're just being scammed.
Elliot and I, we just...
Shouldn't be paying 2 of those.
Out of the way.
And just for the record, Elliot's your husband, right?
Yeah. I know it's confusing because we don't share the same last name.
And how long have the two of you been married?
Just under 2 years.
Just under 2 years. All right. Okay. So why don't you tell me about the days leading up to all this?
Okay. How far back?
Why don't you go back to Monday, February 7th, since that'll put us about 2 days prior to your mom's death.
I'm trying not to talk too much over her.
Monday was pretty typical. I got up, I did my morning routine.
Okay, I mean, nothing looks...
I went to the
looks
gym,
weird other than
the
the credit card payments and stuff.
Elliot actually had already ordered Thai food, so we had Thai food and then sat and watched TV for the rest of the evening. I went to bed about 10.
Now, did you give your mom a dose of Oxycontin that morning?
Yeah, I do the morning and Elliot does the evening.
So it's just the 2 pills every day?
Yeah, about 12 hours apart, approximately. Sometimes there's a breakthrough dose if she's really having like a lot of discomfort, but
so,
it's
I mean,
not normally part of the routine.
Okay. I mean,
Got you. Now, I did.
just because you're
did
in
have a chance
some
to
like little bit
speak
of
to Michael,
debt does
right,
not mean
the
that you're a
hospice
killer.
Are you aware that
You know,
he visited that
that doesn't mean
Yeah.
she's a killer.
Yeah, Michael comes every Monday.
We need to
I'm
making some more
normally
eye
not
contact.
there. I'm usually at work. so-
not much, but
Elliot's
she's
the
making a
one
little
who
bit
lets him
more.
So, seeing as though you weren't there, then it's safe to say that you really don't have any idea like what could have happened during his visit, right?
No. But I mean, I don't think that it would be anything different than a regular visit. Why? Did Michael say something happened that day?
No, not at all. No, I was just curious. That's all. So Tuesday, February 8th. How'd that day go for you?
Oh, she's looking down.
Honestly, but
I don't see
about the
anything.
same.
Ooh, she's good.
Minus, I guess, the gym and the grocery store. I was pretty tired, so I went home right after work.
Wait, I don't see
Elliot
any
and I
gym
just had some
payments on
leftover
here.
Thai food. Watch TV for the rest of the evening.
Where you going to the gym, girl?
Just like
I
I
don't
used to.
see no gym payments on here.
And that would have been around
We're going to the
like,
gym.
10-ish, right? Like,
Yeah, I mean, give or take.
Hey, whoa, hey, whoa.
and I'm going to assume that Elliot also that same day gave her her evening dose of OxyContin. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so seeing as though you didn't give your mom a pill the morning of her death, right? Then it's safe to say that Elliot, right? He would have been the last person to give your mom OxyContin. Is that correct? Right? Like nobody else could have given her a pill, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Any breakthrough doses that day?
Oh, uh-oh.
Um,
Oh, her foot's moving.
no.
Oh, no.
Now-
Oh, she's nervous.
Samantha, these 5
Oh,
missing
no.
pills. Do you have any idea how these 5 pills could have
It's
gone
the
missing?
subtle things, man. You always gotta look for little subtleties. Some people can be really good
Well,
liars.
you are at least aware,
but
right?
the body
that these 5
language
pills have gone missing.
that I've noticed, because I've seen a handful
Yeah.
of these documentaries.
That's what Michael said.
It's all about the body language. I can care less what she's saying. She's a very good
and
actress.
I'm assuming that's part of the reason why you brought us down here.
But
Yeah, that's a big part of the reason.
like
Samantha,
little
I
eye contact.
can't seem to
Her
understand
foot
how
was
5
moving. That was
30
a
milligram
big catch right
OxyContin
there for
pills could
me.
have gone missing.
So now it just kind of depends on what kind of mood he's in.
Honestly,
She looks a
I
little
can't
stiff.
tell you.
She looks a little stiff.
You
Like
know.
she's guilty.
All right, Samantha, is there anything else that you think I should be aware of? Anything that you need to tell me?
Uh-oh.
No,
She's moving.
not
Uh-oh.
really, no. But can I ask you a question?
Mm-hmm. Of course.
Are we being suspected of something?
Samantha, foul play is absolutely a possibility here, yes.
Sounds like
Right, that's why I'm here. My job is to try to figure out what happened.
okay. So she's
Okay,
getting
but as long as
uncomfortable.
you're honest with
Her
me,
feet are moving.
then we're good. Right?
No eye contact, no nothing.
Okay, good. So look, there's just one last thing that I
Uh-oh.
want to clear up with you. Okay?
Oh man, this is like
Um,
cold case.
first,
Got her.
I need you to verify you still have some student loan debt. Is that correct?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. And it's a pretty large amount that you owe, right?
Oh wait, where's the student loan thing? Capital
About
Max.
105,000, yeah.
105,000.
Jesus Christ, girl.
That's a pretty significant amount of money. Now, prior to your mom's death,
Okay,
did you
but
know
the thing is,
that she had a
yeah,
life
just
insurance
because she
policy for
has-
$250,000 that's payable directly to you, her only child?
I did. I didn't know about it until she got ill.
So prior to all this, you had no idea that she had this life insurance policy?
I'm sure she had something. I assumed she had something. But I didn't know any of the details of it, the amount, nothing.
Oh, there
what
we
can
go.
you
There
can you
was.
tell me about Costa Rica?
Student loan.
Costa Rica?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Costa Rica.
Okay. That's this.
You're probably referring to the plane ticket that I bought.
Yeah, that's correct. What's that all about?
What is it? Say it ain't so, girl. What's she doing?
There's just been so much going on. I've been really stressed out with, and I was just planning a little vacation.
With no return, huh?
So that's why you bought the ticket for July?
Yeah.
Likely story.
Now, see, the problem is you bought a one-way ticket, Samantha, right? So, were you never
her foot's
planning on coming
twitching.
back?
She's got some
No,
twitchy feet.
No, it was just a cheap fare that I found. There's this app that tracks your purchases for you, but it only deals in one-way fare tickets. It's for plane travel.
What?
So I saw that ticket and I bought that flight, and I just was waiting for the right return.
This is expedient. No, I'm just kidding.
What about Elliot? Two of you aren't going to go together?
No. We weren't sure if my mom would still need care at the time.
So you decided to go to
And
Costa
Samantha,
Rica.
You didn't think to mention
Alone.
this earlier? I mean, this seems like a huge oversight, don't you think?
What's she doing?
I didn't see
Okay.
what it had to do
So
with
she's just a whole bunch of like
It's just
little
a-
to no eye contact. The big thing is you want to see the foot twitching underneath the table. That's what you want to see, because you can't really see her hands. Yeah, I mean you can see her hands now. You know, she's kind of like fidgeting a little bit, like throughout the entire time.
You don't have to bring any of this up to Elliot, do you?
Possibly, yeah.
Oh shit.
Samantha, are you sure there isn't something that you need to tell me?
No.
No. Okay. All right, Samantha. Let's give you a break. Okay, we'll get you.
Okay, she's kind of like biting her lips and stuff. No, I don't turn it off. Ah, man, that was a good show. Okay. So all the stuff we have is on her. See, all of this is all Samantha Williams. So it depends on what they bring up.
Okay,
of
Elliot.
him.
We are recording.
You know, will depend on what
I do
we
want
can
to
do.
remind you that the breaks that we
say,
went over
really.
in the waiting room, they do apply at all times today. Okay.
Cool.
All right. Okay, so
Yeah.
today is Saturday, February 19th,
Sorry, I'm
2022.
Is he in
I
a
am
wheelchair?
Detective Martin Ruiz, badge number 7621. And with me here is Elliot Jordan. Elliot, can you do me a favor and please spell your first and last name?
First name ELLIOT, last name JORDAN.
Thank you. I do ask that you please acknowledge that this statement is being video and audio recorded and that you are consenting to that recording. Is that correct?
That's correct, yeah.
Okay. And
He's in a
lastly,
wheelchair?
I do want you to be aware that you do not have to make this statement. You're not obligated. You understand that, right?
Understood.
So, Elliot, yeah, I do want to get your take on things. So why don't you just tell me what happened?
This could be interesting because we don't have anything on him really.
I mean, there's not much to tell.
Sure there
Paulette was
is.
on hospice, and she was expected to pass away.
And
Okay.
That's it.
That's
I mean, there's really not much to say. It's just an unfortunate situation.
Okay, so he's
All right,
kind of
let's see
like,
if we can maybe explore a
this
little
is
more
tough.
here. Why don't you tell me what happened on Monday, February 7th?
I was
There's
gonna say I was
nothing
gonna look
out
for his
there,
feet,
you know.
but
I woke up around 11 a.m. that morning. Our hospice nurse, Michael, he gets to the house on Mondays at noon.
okay.
Let him in when he got to the house, and he tended to Paulette while I took a video call.
It looks
from
like
the
he could
client.
be in a mob movie.
He left later that afternoon, and
Yeah,
I
forget
continued
about
working.
it.
And you're a sound engineer, is that right?
Yes.
Okay, and you work from home.
Okay.
Okay, you can continue.
So after I wrapped for the day, I ordered some Thai food.
Nice.
I hadn't eaten all day. I was
Good
starving,
choice.
so I didn't wait for Sam to get home. But she got to the house pretty soon after I finished eating, and we watched some TV. She went to bed. And then after she went to sleep, I hopped on video games online and played until about 2 a.m.
This guy
something like
is
that, and I went to
innocent.
sleep.
This guy is innocent. He was playing
you,
video games.
you
This is
normally
it's
go to
pure
bed that late?
innocence right there.
Yeah, usually later, honestly.
Pure innocence.
I have trouble sleeping, so I just kind of stay up until I'm drained.
Pure innocence.
So I'm going to assume, right, you gave Paulette her dose of OxyContin that evening. Does that sound right?
Yeah, I gave her a dose around 7. That's routine. Right.
So based on this routine, you obviously gave her a pill of OxyContin that night, right, February 7th. I'm going to assume that you also gave her a dose on Tuesday, February 8th that night. Does that sound accurate?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So what about Tuesday? Anything out of the ordinary on Tuesday?
No. I worked on a track for most of the day for a client. And Sam got home around 5. We ate leftovers from the night before and watched
nice.
TV again. And then after she went to sleep, I hopped online, played video games, and did that the rest of the night.
And that's it.
Solid alibi.
All right. So based on everything that you're saying, then you would have been.
I'm looking for
the
like
last person
any
to
sort of, like,
give
weird
Paulette
twitching.
a dose of OxyContin right prior to her death.
Yeah, I suppose so, yeah.
Okay.
he has a lot
Did
more
either
eye
you
contact. Is
or
what it looks
Samantha
like.
give,
He's
give her
not.
breakthrough doses
He's
that
not
day?
fidgeting as much as
You
she
sure?
is, or she
As
was.
far as I'm aware. No.
Okay, so let's assume that everything that you're saying is accurate. Can you explain to me how 5 30-milligram OxyContin pills could have gone missing?
The only thing I've thought about is that maybe the pharmacy messed up. Happens from time to time, right?
Classic. Classic
I mean,
pharmacy.
Yeah, it happens. It's extremely rare, but sure. But see, even if that were the case, right, that still doesn't explain how Paulette overdosed, does it?
I guess not.
So, Elliot, right, my job is to figure out how Paulette overdosed. Okay, that's my job. So, with that in mind, is there anything that you need to tell me? Anything that I should be aware of?
Can't think of anything else. I think we've covered everything.
Okay, you sure?
This guy's pretty stoic.
Yeah, I can't think of anything else.
He's very nonchalant.
All
He's
right,
really playing it down
We'll take a
that his
short break.
mother-in-law died. Ah, you suck with the. That was so much shorter. He didn't bring up any of the Samantha stuff. No, nothing. We didn't learn anything. So the thing that sucks is we didn't learn anything new about him.
Well,
What
I
up,
don't know
homie?
about you, but it feels like both of them are hiding something. Samantha definitely feels off, and Elliot seems a bit too nonchalant for my taste.
Yep.
I'm going to
That's what I
bring
was
Samantha
thinking.
back in here in just a sec. I want to see if I can pry some more information out of her. But look, before we do that, we really need to think about how we want to approach this. I think that if I put some pressure on her, she'll crack for sure.
Okay.
But honestly, I'm conflicted. Part of me also feels that I should keep playing nice. I don't know, maybe a calm approach may get her to trust me and open up more. But then again, if this is all an act, she might see right through that bullshit and use it in her favor. Honestly, I don't know. It's hard to get an exact read on her. Why don't you do some reviewing? See if anything helps guide how we should move forward. Maybe you can get a better take on things. And listen, take all the time you want, okay? I don't care if these two are here all day and night. When you're ready, you give me a call and you let me know how you want to play this. I'll trust your judgment.
Okay.
All right, I'll talk to you soon.
All right. Will do. Thanks, man. Oh, whoa.